For decades, gospel music has been a beloved American tradition.
And now it's spreading in popularity around the world. Here to speak to us about why gospel music is going global is singer, songwriter, and choir director Hans Christian and senior pastor of Emmanuel Baptist Church of Brooklyn, New York, Reverend Anthony Trufant. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you. We appreciate the opportunity to be here. But I want to make it clear now, I have no intention of doing any twerking. I save all my private dancing for my wife.
Okay, we'll save that for Miley then.
Pastor Trufant, you're not going to twerk for Jesus?
Not going to twerk for Jesus. I'll tell the truth, but I will not twerk for Jesus.
All right, well let's jump right in. I know, now we got that out the way. Let's jump right in. Now, Hans, tell me, you and your choir are in town for the U.S. debut, and you're here for Gospel Heritage Month. But when your choir shows up to sing urban gospel music, are the audiences surprised that your choir is comprised of mostly white members?
Yes.
From Denmark.
From Denmark.
What are the reactions like?
Well, until now, it's been very positive. We arrived yesterday in New York and performed yesterday evening at Emmanuel Baptist Church, where we were well received.
All right.
Now, Pastor Trufant, you could have invited any gospel group from around the world. Why this one?
I invited them because there's a phrase that Carl Jung, the eminent psychologist, has called the synchronicity of fortuitousness. And it means that good fortune has been arranged. And about 2 years ago, good fortune was arranged. We connected, and when I first was introduced to them, I have to admit that I wondered why I was being introduced. But we took a contingent over to Denmark and we heard them, and I understood why.
Really?
Yeah.
Now you say they can sing.
No, they are not simply persons who can sing. The truth of the matter is, unlike some other African-American art forms that have been hijacked, they have managed to appropriate the essence of the gospel sound and make it their own. It is authentic, it is rich, it is powerful, and Hans, as well as the Gospel Church Movement Ensemble, always pays homage to the American roots, and they have performed with many stellar artists such as Fred Hammond and Kurt Franklin, so they are well received.
Well, Hans, Pastor Trufant, what do you say to critics who will say, what do a group of white people from Denmark know about black gospel music?
I'll let you feel that.
Yeah. Well, we don't try to do black gospel. We do gospel music. And we
but
don't.
It's a traditional art form born from the African American community.
That is true. But we don't try to sound black. We don't try to copy the sound of an American gospel choir. We try to get inspiration from the energy and the power that African American gospel has, and then combine it with who we are. So we try to stay true to who we are, singing an art form and music that comes from here. But really, I think everyone can sing gospel music. It doesn't matter if you are black or white.
Well, Reverend, you already mentioned the gospel greats Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond, and we actually have a quote from Kirk who said when he first heard the music, he was blown away by their harmonies and voices. And then Fred Hammond said that they're putting out music that can touch the hearts and spirits of people from all over the world. How does it feel to get that rave review from some of the gospel greats of the U.S.?
Well, it's humbling. I think it's an honor, and it is a bit strange being a white group from Copenhagen singing singing black music. So when people like Fred and Kirk are saying that, it's of course a big encouragement to us that what we are doing is on the right track.
And you want to spread the gospel music movement throughout Europe and around the world. Why is it important for you to take on this task?
Yeah, well, in the DNA of gospel music is, of course, the message of freedom, of hope. And what we're doing now is we're trying to spread that to the former communist country in Europe, Eastern European countries like Belarus, Serbia, Bulgaria, and where they are used to living under tyranny. And our experience is that when gospel music meets those conditions, it's almost like gospel music is coming home to the roots, because they know what it is to live a life where you cannot be free.
Yeah, gospel music was born out of oppression.
Exactly.
Sure. I think that one of the things I would say very quickly is just that gospel music is a gateway to God, and it bypasses the defense mechanisms. And not only that, gospel music transcends race, it transcends culture, transcends gender, sexual orientation, and nationality. There is something very rich about, though gospel music, in terms of the African American expression, began on this continent, that it also has a universal appeal. In fact, gospel music has been popular in Europe for years, and this is the highest compliment I can pay Hans and the Gospel Church Movement Ensemble. I have two brothers who are gospel artists and professionals, Jason Nelson and Jonathan Nelson, who were Stellar Award winners. Superb.
Well, while you're telling us more about this, we're going to let you go ahead and start getting ready, because he keeps hyping us up about the music, so we'll let you finish.
Superb, but what I want you to know, so I mentioned that to say, I know gospel music.
You know gospel music.
And when I closed my eyes and heard them for the first time, I was just blown away.
So tell us about the concert coming up, where they're going to be, so people can go see it.
They will be at Emmanuel Baptist Church, which is located on Lafayette and St. James Place in Clinton Hill section of Brooklyn. And it will be tomorrow at 7:30.
That's Friday at 7:30.
Friday at 7:30, and they can come on campus or they can stream the experience. But we want to make sure that people have an opportunity to hear how good they are and how great they praise God.
All right, well, let's hear them.
All right, give it up for Hans Christian and the Gospel Fellowship Ensemble.
I've been changed.